special. Number 2, I'm thankful that the NHL scrapped the dry scrape, and they didn't wait around for it to happen. Usually, the National Hockey League moves at a snail's pace on a lot of these things, and I'm thankful for that, too, because they don't rush into making stupid decisions and a knee-jerk reaction. But in this case, it was so obvious, and they made it happen right away before it became, before, I guess, other sports and other people and everything like that started to notice what a laughingstock idea it was, because, oh my God, those overtimes were brutal. Just sitting there waiting and waiting for this to happen, and all momentum was dead, and it was a thing that wasn't working, and I'm grateful that it's gone. I'm also grateful for the fact that they didn't reintroduce the dry scrape for the shootout. They just let it be. So the Zams are away until the end of the game, and we won't see them. So it's a much better pace, and much better flow to what is going on there. And number 3, much like you got to be thankful for the people involved in this game. And as we head into December, and on this show, I can't even believe some of the cool things that we're going to be able to do with some of the guests that we're going to have coming in here that I don't know would be possible in other sports. And I think that that's something we should all be thankful for, that we're blessed to be here in the sport of hockey that is a community as much as it is a sport. It's an art as much as it's a science. It's I'm a fan of many sports, but this is the one that kind of really, puts so many other things involved that I do in my life together. And I'm very thankful for that idea right there. Well, that got a lot more tear jerky than I thought it was going to. Actually, that was sort of the silly runoff segments. Like, what are you thankful for this holiday season? But no, that was nice, and I thought that was a good list, Matt.
Well, thank you. I'm not afraid to definitely dig a little bit deeper, especially this time of year. It forces you to reflect, and the game's been very, very good to me, to paraphrase an SNL skit from back in the day. But like I said, it's taken me a lot of places for sure, and I know you can say the same thing, and you look forward to what might be around the bend.
Yeah. You reminded me of something else. The game has been very, very good to me. Baseball has been very, very good to me. Roberto Clemente is the other one that I think about all the time. I would have loved to have grown up watching Roberto Clemente, but unfortunately didn't have that opportunity. But, my Roberto Clemente is Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux, and the fact that, that's what we're going to look back on when this whole time that we have here to spend on this rock is done. We're going to reflect on that, and I think that we're going to be grateful for it then if we're not grateful for it now. So you may as well enjoy it while it lasts, which is a pretty effing good lesson for all Penguins fans to kind of glean from anything right now, because the Penguins just dropped 2 of the Islanders, but come on. It's not the end of the world. Let's not melt it all down. Penguins Maple Leafs tonight. Odds are that you might be listening to this after that game also. If that's the case, happy Thanksgiving. If you're listening to it after Thanksgiving, well, I hope that your waist size didn't grow too much, and that the college football and stuff this weekend. Also, Penguins and Carolina Hurricanes home and home this weekend coming up here. Matt, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on. Do you have anything in specific that you would like to plug in addition to City of Champions and RMU Hockey?
Those would be the main things. Yeah, just if you would like to see some all-around Pittsburgh sports coverage, myself and my fellow writers at City of Champions would appreciate the click. See if you like what you find there. We have articles, podcasts, occasional video or so. I'm looking to get back into the podcasting and the video after getting over this sinus infection for the last couple of weeks. So you caught me at the right time, Ken. You got the juices flowing again. So thanks for having me on, and nice to stretch out your legs a little bit and being able to speak at length. A lot of the things I do are just a couple of minutes, so this is a nice change of pace.
That's one thing I do like about this podcast, is that we're not confined any time or have to we have to cram all of this talk into 5 minutes or anything. We can go into deep waters and not have to worry about it. And, if you're bored, you can tune out. Whatever. You can unsubscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can not listen to the show on iHeartRadio. And you can unfollow us on Twitter at The Pens Nation. You've been listening to The Pens Nation Radio Show.
Follow us on Twitter at The Pens Nation.